private label tea, bespoke tea, custom pack tea, signature tea. There are a few names that is referring to this thing that of putting your brand on your tea. Now, if you decided to do that, I congratulate you on sticking your head out and just, make your name count for something that you believe. Because if you're selling someone else's brand, you're promoting someone else's brand. And that means when you sell a tin of that tea, a box of that tea, you are promoting that company. Not necessarily you. You think about it. If you are talking about, say, English breakfast, everyone sells it. If you go and sell it too, someone's going to compare your English breakfast with someone else's English breakfast. Even if you have the hottest, bestest English breakfast out there, people are still going to think, oh, it's English breakfast. I mean, how different can it get? People don't necessarily immediately recognize your English breakfast is, the best thing on earth. So this makes it really hard for you to compete. And so we really highly recommend you, when it comes to selecting your tea range, really have a think about the story behind your brand, the story behind why you pick a certain tea, and the story behind why you want to do this, and communicate that. So, for example, if you love, chocolates and your product, it's about all these lovely handmade chocolates with all kind of weird and wonderful things in it, chili, water seeds, and carob, and lemon myrtle. I'm talking about a lot of Australian ingredients, of course. Or popping candy like Heston Blumenthal. Oh, he must really love popping candy. I had that chocolate, and that is just amazing. Not from him, but a chocolate shop that makes it. And it's just, if you have that passion and you want to pair the tea with it, pair it with a mission. Pair it with information when you write down why you want your customer to buy this particular tea. And let's just imagine you're actually selling English breakfast, right? But your website is called, just on top of my head, Chocoholics United, right? So everything in the tea website is about chocolate. And you're selling English breakfast. Don't call it English breakfast. Or say English breakfast, but molded with a story that is totally, chocolate block with chocolate, and just make it really fun. Make it with a lot of personality. And you see, I mean, you might think that, oh, I'm better at talking. I'm not so good at writing, perhaps. Then just talk it like what I'm doing now. And get someone to do transcription or someone to do some writing based on your videos. And put those videos as well as, the cut down version of that product description to go with your tea. And when it comes to selecting the number of teas to go into your range, we talked about that in video 1. But here we're just going to really lightly touch on more on what kind of tea to go into your range. So, for example, if you are probably looking at detox, weight loss, digestive, that sort of thing, a lot of people think about mint. But again, you don't want to compete with just good old peppermint. You may want to look at a mint green tea, a mint black tea, maybe even a mint pour. I've never tried it. It could be nice. And just really, put something together that is quite unique. And we can help you with that as well. We do custom mix. So basically, if you have sort of a base recipe, that will get us going with that conversation with you. And if you have actually got friends who are herbalists, dietitians, anyone in the sort of that medical professional side of things, you may even actually want to talk to them and say, what kind of tea would you suggest, or what kind of herb? And you may even be able to work with them in a partnership. So let's just say you coordinate with us to get those tea packs going. But they actually write a recipe for you because they have the know-how. They have the credibility. They have the medical credibility, in fact, that is going to just really tick a lot of boxes for people. And so you might want to say, when they are doing their consultation with their clients, they can say, look, I know where you can buy, a tea blend that is, using these herbs. And I'll give you this promo code. If you go to their website to buy it, you can get 10% off. And your herbalist friend can also perhaps get a cut off you, because you're helping them to sell those tea. So work out some kind of arrangement so you guys can actually promote each other through, a common, united mission, through these projects. And the other thing is, it doesn't have to be health, right? We were just talking about bakery. That could be another way to go. So let's just say if your tea goes really well with creme brulee like Earl Grey, and if you know somewhere that makes the best creme brulee, maybe as a cafe, maybe as a bakery, whatever it is, you can also work with them and say, can I put some of my pamphlets in your shop? Or maybe when people buy stuff, just give them a pamphlet with this discount code. And on it, you can say, have you tried the best tea to go with your creme brulee, So there is some synergy in that marketing, and work out some, partnership agreement on, a win-win situation, so they get, some of profits, some of the benefits, while you do the same thing. So I hope that helps you a little bit thinking about the tea range. And if you're thinking about, okay, how many tea should I have and how should I package it, I strongly recommend you to go back to the other two videos, which we talked about using, looking at the private label tea in terms of the tea range size, and also created, in terms of the pack size. So I hope these 3 videos are beneficial to you in finding the right voice to market your private label tea, and I wish you every success. If you want to get going with your private label tea, you can come and connect with us in teas.com.au. We also wholesale in just normal, bulk tea as well. And don't forget, you don't have to get us to pack it. If you prefer to pack it yourself, being a sort of a new thing to you, you are under a limited budget, that's no problem. You can buy like some of those sachets that we talked about before, and just get it going yourself. You might be wanting to sell it in the market. So come and come to our website, teas.com.au, teas.com.au, and connect with us, and hopefully we can help you some way to rock your tea sales, with your right voice, with your right passion and your style.